Mass protests broke out across Israel yesterday after the bodies of 6 more hostages were found in Gaza, with fresh blame falling on Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Critics say he has stalled a hostage and ceasefire deal, even while more than 100 people are still being held in Gaza, according to the Israeli military. They include 4 Israeli Americans, one of them, 20-year-old Edan Alexander, a New Jersey native who volunteered to serve in the IDF after high school. He was stationed near the Gaza border during the attack. His parents, Adi and Yael Alexander, join us now. Thank you both so much for being here. We've all said to you, we cannot imagine what you and all these families have been going through over what is nearly now a year. And you write a lot about that in an op-ed that's in the New York Times this morning. Give us some sense, Yael, because we were talking earlier about how you are doing and where your hope is right now.
So, good morning, first of all. Thank you so much for having us. Rachel, Pauline Goldberg, the whole 11 months that we are all in this struggle together, all the families, she told us hope is mandatory. And this is something that we all kept inside of us. And we felt that we don't have a choice. This is our family. This is our loved ones. We have to be hopeful and to know that this is going to end eventually. But after the devastating news that we all got on Saturday, I'm feeling, devastating, broken. I don't have words to express how we all feeling. I don't want to say hopeless, but it was a tough moment for all of us.
And Rachel lost her son. He was one
Yes,
of the
after Hirsch being murdered by his captive. And
just devastating.
A true gut punch, I would imagine. Adi, National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan met with the families of hostages held in Gaza. You were on that call. What can you tell us about that conversation?
It was our, I think, 15 meeting with Jake Sullivan yesterday, and it took almost an hour and a half. Now, from what we understand, there is a proposal being drafted right now as we speak, and it will be presented to both parties, Israelis and Hamas, and that will be a bridging proposal. And we feel like this proposal is now a never proposal, and I hope they will take it seriously and say, yes, let's go.
15 meetings you've had with American officials.
Yes.
Do you get a sense that the White House is doing everything it can, or would you like to see them doing more?
I would like to see them do something different, maybe, because the outcome, it's the same outcome after 11 months. People are in. It was the first group of released hostages, more than 100. If I'm not mistaken, 131 hostages being released. But we see the dedication, and I wish to see the same dedication and commitment from the Israeli government as we see from the American government.
I was going to ask you, when the Prime Minister was in Washington in July, you had an opportunity to speak with him.
Correct.
What did you tell him, and what would you tell him now?
I personally asked them. We sat together at the cabinet room. I sat next to him, literally a foot away from him. And I personally asked him, assuming that Hamas needs the deal, and they need the deal, and the proposal is fair, and they say, yes, let's go, what happened then? He told us, we go and we execute the deal, and he was committed to the deal. So now we are a month later with 6 hostages dead. That never had to happen. He's prolonging the war for the short political reasons, and time passing by, and we're getting more bodies out of Gaza. This is unacceptable.
You've written that you have no faith in him to change this right now, but we started off talking about the hope that Rachel said is so important for you to have. While you have hope, and any parent would have hope for their child, what is it about your son, about Edon, that keeps you fighting every day and hopeful every day?
We know he's a tough kid. He's a tall, tough kid. He's a swimmer. And We hope he's holding up, and we coming for him. And he needs to survive.
You know, I know that the Jewish New Year is coming up and the anniversary is coming up, and I hope that there is healing for your families at that time.
And we thank you for continuing to tell his story, because the only way this stays in the consciousness is for you to be here. As painful as it is, as much as you may not want to be, we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
being
so
here. We're
much.
rooting for them.